And welcome back to Jeff Koinange live here at Citizen Television on the bench. Yes, the long-serving Secretary General of COTU, Francis Atwoli, says 42 trade unions have endorsed him and he's going to be the next COTU Secretary General again. SG, tuendelee. All these labor issues, right? Let's talk about labor issues. You saw what's happening in the health sector with the clinical officers. Look, we haven't heard your voice there at all. You've been as silent as a mouse.
Let me tell you, these are public service unions. Public service unions are unions representing ministries, government parastatals, and so on. And you know, government is run on a specific budget. And budget is passed by parliament. And if you want to get money out of government, first of all, you do lobbying during the budget making. And you must make sure there is a budget line on your organization, on your trade union. After the budget has been passed by parliament and implemented and read by the Minister for Finance, government or any minister cannot get money to pay anything within the government or outside. The government spends what was approved by parliament.
Well, yeah, what's your point?
Yeah, so I'm trying to say that my colleagues are having a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Because in most cases, they are left out of the budget. So I'm appealing to the Minister of Finance that during budget making, he must always know that we have workers effectively represented by the trade union in public service.
Okay, but as COTU Secretary General, and you know, let's face it, your voice is always heard no matter what.
Yeah, but what
do you propose to do?
There are things we talk publicly.
Yes.
But there are things when you can talk to the minister and the minister can talk to you. You don't need to go public. I have been talking to the Minister of Finance. I've been talking to Duale myself on these issues. And I don't need to. You only go public if you cannot access these people. I can even access the head of state on these issues. So I don't need to go public.
Yeah, but listen, if you say something, people listen.
Yeah.
You have that voice.
Yeah, but this is what I'm telling you partly, that always we must also pressurize during the budget making to make sure that there is a budget line to cover all CBAs within public service.
Yeah, speaking of CBAs, look at the lecturers' strike now. Yeah. Look at that. And, you know, even the leadership has been silent. COTU has been silent.
No, I'm telling you, you have not been silent. Let me tell you, you have rightly talked about 42 unions which came and endorsed me and what have you. Have you heard them quarreling in newspapers and what have you? Have you heard, and they have CBAs, they deal with CBAs. You know, any advanced labor leadership engages employer in the boardroom. Not through newspapers, not through the press, not through other agitation. And that is what is happening. We have trained, you know very well, we train our labor leaders right away from shop level to branch secretary to national leaders. And I have exposed them internationally. So what they do internationally, it's not a question of quarreling. It's not a question of pulling. They negotiate based on give and take basis with the employers in boardrooms. And we sign CBAs on daily basis.
So CBAs are still valid?
Very much valid. So you cannot say we can make noise when employer can give you an audience. You only make noise if employer cannot give you audience. And not really noise. There are enormous industrial relations machinery that will invoke, including going to Employment and Labor Relations Court. So there are procedures. And we have come from very fast a country. We have now various mechanisms in place to use to make sure that there is that understanding without interfering with the day-to-day work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, okay, so what happens to the lecturers? What happens to the clinical workers? What happens to everyone who's crying out for just that little bit, crying out for someone like Atwoli to speak for them?
There are people speaking for them. Atwoli is speaking for them. I don't need to go public so that you can know Atwoli is talking to them. I have told you already. It's like, let me tell you, Jeff, if you happen to say you want to see somebody and this person opens a door for you, and he listens to your problems, and you talk to him, either you reach an agreement or you don't reach an agreement. But it's a person that you can access. Do you need to go to the market or go wild and say, oh, I'm having a problem here and there? So what is happening is that sometimes even the noise you hear by public service unions is that somebody else in the system might have promised them, this is what we'll do, forgetting to know that nothing can be done if it is not reflected in the national budget. Yeah. So that is where the problem is. And they all know all these things.
Yes.
We don't need to make noise on the obvious matters.
That's a lot of issues. Okay, listen, let's switch gears. ODM politics. There seems to be a civil war brewing in ODM. Actually, not brewing. It's actually happening as we speak. Unfolding. It's unfolding. Are we seeing the last kicks of a dying horse? Is this the end of the road for ODM?
No. They can still salvage ODM. What is happening, when a strong man leaves the home, even when you lose your dad in the home cannot be the same again. There is always somebody who acts like a glue that puts everything together. Yeah. So in the ODM, in the absence of Raila Odinga, they have got to undergo all those teething problems until when they will reach somewhere and settle. But I think, to me, ODM is in the right hands with Uhuru at the helm. He's an experienced politician.
But those below, come on. Yeah. Look what's happening between Junet Mohammed and Edwin Sifuna. Look what's happening.
Sifuna didn't state yesterday. Raila Odinga left ODM in the broad-based government. And in the broad-based government, there are very few people who had an opportunity of being ministers. Some who are left outside, who are not mentioned, some might have been bitter or something like that. But if Raila was living today, you would have not been hearing all this noise here and there.
Yeah, but
because he could be able to manage.
Sure, but at the same time, maybe he should have left a succession plan, and there was none.
No, he left structures. ODM has a very strong structures. They have one of the best constitutions. What is happening is that those who are in leadership must accept to invoke some of the provisions within their constitution to quell this a lot of noise and so on.
So did Baba, in your opinion or in your thoughts, did Baba leave a political will for succession? Did he leave one?
Normally, politics or leadership, like where I am, it's not a question of training somebody to become and succeed you. It's a question of somebody coming up and showing that I can bring people together, I can lead. Leaders emerge. Leaders are not made. Remember, I've told you here. Leaders do emerge. Leaders are not made. If leaders were to be made today, William Samuel Ruto would have not been our leader today. Somebody else would have said, oh, so and so is the one. But he emerged very strongly. So somebody should emerge either in the ODM or in the opposition.
Between Junet and Sifuna, who is right and who is wrong?
Now, I can't tell you for sure who is right and who is wrong, but when you listen to the arguments, both arguments are very much convincing, particularly Junet's, because I was close to Raila during the Azimio campaigns and what have you. What I'm thinking, somebody somewhere cheated us, particularly when it comes to agents' funds. Some of the agents, particularly those who came in my area and those who are close to me, some of us paid them out of our own pockets. There was no money for the agents.
Why?
That is the biggest question, and that is what Junet another day explained.
They were complaining those agents were never paid. Yeah. That the money was being kept by a few individuals.
Who gave out the money?
Well, you were deep in that election.
Let me ask you, who gave out money? It is alleged Uhuru gave out money.
Yes.
He gave to who? That is the biggest question. Because you, like my friend, I can tell people, Jeff Koinange is in charge of agents, and I'm funding him this a tune of these billions, 3 billions, or 400 million, or 1 million, or 100 million. And you are my friend. When we reach outside there, I tell you, Jeff, this money we are burning bring this money back. And there will be no agents, because there will be nobody to pay these agents.
But you were deeply involved in that 2022 election. We used to see you every day and people visiting you in your house.
Yeah, but we had a big problem, let me tell you, in those campaigns. And if one day you pump into somebody like Peter Kenneth, David Mradhe, myself, and those people who are there closer to us, even people like Gideon, they will tell you coordination, there was a big problem. Because Uhuru appeared to be supporting Baba. But at no any time he convened a meeting of the people who were on front line campaigning.
At no time?
At no any time. Maybe he was meeting Baba, or if people had few people, about 2-3 people, they could go and see him and so on. But openly to say, I want to see the brigade that is campaigning and give us and plant a sense of direction into us, he never did it. And this is what Junet was explaining the other day.
Are you saying...
So you can't know up there on top, on apex, what was happening, because Baba was a very honest person. He would have not received the money and keep the money. He would have received the money and paid the agents.
So whose fault was it then? Since you were in it, whose fault was it?
Oh, let me ask you, who was in power at that particular time?
Uhuru Kenyatta.
And tell me, let me ask you, can you be a president and you say, I want Jeff Koinange to be a president, and I can't make you a president? So there was something wrong somewhere. Yeah, there was something wrong somewhere. And I don't think, and I want to tell you for sure and for free, even today, because I was born here, I'm aged here, I'm a Kenyan, I'm not in transit. Even today, I hear Uhuru saying now, he wants Matiang'i to become a president. If Matiang'i is not careful with his own moves and what he can do, Uhuru will not make him a president. For sure, that one I can bet. He will not. If he didn't make Raila, how will he make Matiang'i to become a president? But even in his own constituency, if he could not get even an MCA of Jubilee, or even MP, me, I'm in Kanu. My MCA at Huisero is Kanu. My own MCA. I can allow MP to be somebody else, but somebody who takes care of my home, because I'm the oldest member of the Kanu, my MCA must be Kanu.
So are you saying that he didn't secretly support Raila?
He might have wished Raila to become a president, and then he didn't have that ability to make him president. Wishing and having ability is different. Or being able to do it. Because people say if wishes were horses,
then beggars would fly.
Absolutely.
Did you speak to Baba before he died?
On which issues?
Anything. Did you speak to him?
No. I spoke to him when he was leaving. I saw him about a few days before he left to India. He was in a jovial mood. And, you know, he worked until his last moment, until when he left the country. He was working.
Did he tell you that he had endorsed President Ruto for second term? Did he tell you anything about that?
The last time when we were with him at the funeral, he said, even 2027, we will be there to explain our case. When people are saying, oh, why people are in broad-based government and so on. So Baba, I think, as he was exiting, he wanted stability in the country, and he had accepted William Samoei Ruto to be a leader. And 2027, when it reaches, when they were to renew their own memorandum of understanding, he would have either said, let the broad-based government now be broader than what we agreed, and let's go this way.
Okay, if he was still alive, would Baba have run in 2027, in your opinion?
I can't speak for him because Baba was a very intelligent person, but he would have given us a way forward. But what I know for sure, as he was as a departed person who is not with us now, Baba left the ODM in the broad-based government. And Baba wanted unity, wanted peace of this country, and he loved Kenya more than anything else. He wouldn't have liked Kenya to be disintegrated into anything else, and that was Baba. And all these noises you are hearing, Baba would have not supported that. And Baba would have wished that we have a peaceful coexistence up to 2027. If they were to review that understanding, it would have been 2027.
Yeah, but
he didn't say either I would not support Ruto or I would not do A, B, C, D. If I was those people in the ODM, and if they wanted to respect Baba, they should keep quiet, give maximum support to President William Ruto. And when we reach 2027, and ODM is an organ, let them meet with the ODM and other interested members of the Azimio, big Azimio, with the Kenya Kwanza, to look for the way forward, peaceful coexistence and peaceful solution as per how do we move in 2027.
Yeah, but you were very, very deeply involved in the 2022 elections.
Yeah.
In your opinion, who is responsible for Baba's loss?
The sponsor of Baba is the one who is responsible for Baba's loss.
You're saying President Kenyatta?
Absolutely. 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 And I've told you here, if I was Matiang, I would think twice. If Uhuru tells me I will make you a president, I will think twice. And now as things stands, let the constitution be amended, as some people are proposing. Me, I'm not for amendment of the constitution. But if the constitution is amended now, Uhuru will be free to vie for presidency again. And I can tell you for free, he cannot defeat William Ruto. I can tell you for free.
What?
He can't.
What? You're the same person who was saying, let's send people to Sugoi, to Wakatemiti, so that William Ruto does not commit suicide. You said it yourself.
But I have told you already that we were moving from known to unknown. And there were those fears, which now have come to our own realization that those are our fears had no any sense at all. I have already told you that.
Yeah.
We were moving from known to unknown.
Okay, so
and always when you are sailing in deep waters that you don't know where you are going,
yeah,
you'll always be worried. It's only the captain who knows where you are going.
Okay, so now, being his most fierce critic, now you're a big supporter.
It is not like that. You see me, I'm a Kenyan number one. I'm just like Baba. After elections, you must accept that we were defeated. And let's move on. This is how democracy works. You cannot keep on saying this was my position and I hold on this my position. That is the only stupid person who can do that. But after elections, you greet each other. It's like football.
Yes.
I am Arsenal fan. And you can watch. Once we have been defeated, we people who are outside here, we spectators, we are bitter. But we say Ateta going to say thank you to the other coaches of the other team, saying, oh, we are friends, and they move on.
Yeah.
That is how politics is. In a democracy, and people who believe in democracy, you must accept whether you have won or lost. And I told you, I am a bad loser. I don't lose. I don't like losing. But democracy tells us you must either win or lose. So we lost. I wouldn't still continue running, oh, we will go to Sugoi, oh, what, and so on. Those are behind us now. What we are looking on is a question you're asking me.
Yeah.
Can we make Kenya another Singapore? That is where we are.
So,
can we bring Kenyans together to move ahead?
So the question is, are you one term or two term?
And I told you 2 term or 1 term, that is nonsensical thinking. If today you asked him, and even when Moi was leaving, if you asked him, and I gave you an example of those our countries in the north. In the north, we have Tunisia, we have Morocco, we have Egypt, we have all those countries along in the north, those countries that are there. I can go there and see the marvelous development they have made because of hanging on their leaders. What is 10 years? 5 years you are trying to put some policies and some mechanism in place that will help you to bring about a change or to spur economic growth or to attract both direct and indirect investment or to realize money or to bring some bills in parliament that can allow you access funds to develop. That is 5 years finished. The another 5 years, you are now on experimental way of seeing whether those policies of yours can work. The another 5 years to make it 15 is the years of implementation. What is 10 years? We have brought stability in labor movement in this country. I've been consistent, and workers have given me mom and support since they elected me first. That is the changes I've brought in this country. You will never hear court behaving like LSK or like councillors or MCAs when they are thinking about fighting time and again, or even MPs and so on. We are the only stable, democratically run organization because of my long stay at Helm at Kotu, having an opportunity to have exposed trade union leadership to international leadership.
Yeah, but you voted for the Constitution in 2010, so 2 terms is 2 terms, okay? So, and in fact, Kibaki was ready to leave by the end of the 10 years.
Yeah.
President Uhuru also was ready to leave, right?
William Ruto is also ready to leave. After 10 years, he respects the Constitution. But I'm telling you, if it were me, if you asked me whether this Constitution can serve us, yeah, I will tell you it will never serve us. You say about 5 years, you try to bring something in a democracy, people take you to court. You finish 1 year, you have not realized this. And in Africa, whatever you come up, even if you have a strategic 100 years plan, somebody who comes in will come with his own plan. See today where Konza City is. Kibaki wanted Konza City to be a bigger city, to attract, to be an IT city. Today we would be having an artificial intelligence institution or highly advanced information technology university in Konza, and we would have offloaded the population in Nairobi to Konza. That was the idea of Kibaki, that we must have a post-independent city like Tanzania, Dodoma, Morocco, Marrakesh, and several new cities in Egypt, and other places who have come up with new cities after independence. That was the idea of Kibaki. But other successive presidents who have been coming in place, they don't want to address those issues to make sure the Kibaki's dream is realized. And that is where we are. That's why I'm saying they come up with their own policies, their own whatever they want to do.
So it's like starting from zero every time?
Absolutely.
Zero.
So I'm saying it is better to have a president who can be in place for some time to see what he's doing. Like now, these changes William is trying to put in place, this requires a very brave person. And you have heard him when he's saying, leave the rest to me. Nitachukua msalaba if what I'm doing is wrong. And that is the right of the leader we want. A leader who sits ahead and he can say, if you think it is risk for me to be re-elected, leave it for me. And within a short time, you see the changes. You see how many times, how many years did the Prime Minister of Singapore was in place? The Singapore you are admiring.
Correct.
Yeah.
40 plus.
Yeah, 40 plus.
Lee Kuan Yew.
Absolutely.
40 plus.
Yeah. Why are you talking about Singapore? Because he was in place to see his dream being realized. Jeff, your dream must be realized. What you want must be realized. Today, even if I left the labor movement, I go home with the head high because of what I have done in this country. We have amended labor laws during my time. We are reflected in the national constitution during my time. We have brought stability during my time. We have spread employment and labor relations courts everywhere in the country: Nyeri, Kericho, Eldoret, Kisumu, Nakuru, Mombasa. When it was one in Nairobi. I'm a happy man.
Maybe you should have run for president in 2001.
No, I can't. I told you that thing. Can't run for president.
25 years later.
Now I'll be pegged to Louis, as they will say, this is a Louis. Kenya's politics is pegged on ethnicity.
Yes,
yeah,
true.
Yeah. And I don't want to look Kenyans from that particular
I want to take a break, come back, talk about the united opposition. Are they united? Are they divided?
After Raila Odinga, let me tell you right away, there is no opposition in Kenya. There is no opposition in Kenya, Jeff.
Nothing?
There is no opposition in Kenya.
No.
There is no opposition in Kenya. I can walk away.
Don't walk away.
Can I?
Don't walk away, SG.
You want to tell me there is somebody in Kenya today who can take people on streets, who can give Kenyans a free holiday like Raila Odinga?
Look, Kalonzo Musyoka.
Kalonzo Musyoka is a good man, and it's me in Raila Odinga after the elections, when we were there, it's me who told Raila, let now Kalonzo Musyoka be the leader of the opposition. This is a good man, he's a diplomat, he's a person who can be a priest, he can be a person who can pray for anybody, he's a peaceful man, he's a man that you can trust with whatever you have. But he's not best suited to say that he's a person who can be an leader of the opposition in this country.
Can he be president?
Of course, if Kenyans want, he can be a president.
Hold that thought, because there are others in that united, divided opposition. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff, at Trevor Ombija, at Citizen TV Kenya, the hashtag. JK Live is getting hot in here, folks. I might have to use that extinguisher after we come back. JK Live takes a break. We'll be back in a moment.